I'm a Marvel artist, and I'm gonna draw Hercules in a Marvel style. Hi everyone, my name is James Reyes. I am the box office artist. Welcome back to the channel, and today we're tackling something legendary. I'm reimagining Disney's Hercules in a full-blown Marvel comic style, and not just any illustration, but a full comic book cover. Now, this is part of my series where I'm going to take 90s properties and doing them in a Marvel style, so you'll see a whole bunch of these in the coming weeks, okay? But Disney's Hercules is one of those movies that just sticks with you. The humor, the action, the music, and the characters. But what if it were a Marvel comic? How would these iconic figures look in the same style as Thor, X-Men, or the Avengers? That's exactly what we're about to find out. Okay, so we are starting with the sketch here and then bring each character to life. Of course, we have Hercules, Meg, Phil, and the flaming villain himself. And then we'll ink the whole thing and then color with Copic markers for that classic hand-drawn comic book feel. So grab some ambrosia, get comfortable, and let's go the distance. Now, every great comic book cover starts with a strong composition. That's what I'm sketching out here. I want this piece to feel explosive, like it could sit right on a Marvel Comics shelf right next to Thor or a Hulk cover. I'm placing Hercules front and center, but of course, he's the hero. But instead of that super clean Disney style, I'm pushing the angles, exaggerating the anatomy, giving a big chest, big muscles like I always do, and his pose commands attention. Now, to balance the composition, I'm adding Meg beside him with that signature attitude, flowing hair. Phil, the ultimate trainer, is going to be below, right in the front with that strong pose, a strong menacing pose, okay? And in the background, above everything else, we'll have a hint of the main villain.
Don't let your guard down because of a pair of big goo-goo eyes!
So we're going to start off right in the front, and we're going to draw Phil. What's a hero without his grumpy, washed-up trainer? Now, Phil is already cartoonishly exaggerated in the Disney movie, so my job here is to translate that into something that could fit in a Marvel comic book. I'm giving him facial features, extra textures, thicker brows, more wrinkles, extra emphasis on that Danny DeVito grim. That's right, Danny DeVito. His stance, arms crossed, totally unimpressed, because no matter how strong Hercules gets, Phil is always going to tell him that he's not there yet. Now, here's a fun fact. The animators originally wanted Jack Nicholson to voice Phil, but when Danny DeVito auditioned, they knew they had their guy. And let's be real, could anyone else have nailed that performance? I don't think so. Also, did you know that Hercules was Disney's first animated film to have a McDonald's promotional tie-in? Yep, the kids of the 90s were drowning in Hercules toys. I never got one.
Aren't you a damsel in distress?
I can handle this. Have a nice day.
And next we're going to draw the real star of the show, and that's Meg. Megara is not your typical Disney princess. She's sarcastic, she's confident, and she's got layers, which makes her an amazing character to draw in a comic book style. Now, her Disney design was already super stylized. Long, flowing hair, exaggerated curves, and that signature smirk, a signature one. But in a Marvel form, I'm giving her even more attitude. Her eyes are sharper, her expression is bolder. Now here's a fun fact. Did you know that Meg's purple dress was chosen to contrast with Hercules' orange and blue color theme? In theory, purple and orange are complementary, making their designs visually pop when they're on screen together. Here's another fun fact. Did you know Meg's design was actually inspired by 1950s actresses like Lauren Bacall? That's where she gets this cool, smoky voice and that old Hollywood charm.
Here comes the man.
Hercules!
Hercules, the myth. I'm an action figure.
And now it's time, let's jump into the man of the hour, Hercules. Now for this version, I want him to look like he walked straight out of the Marvel event series. Think Thor, but a mythological superhero twist. So I'm defining those muscles, making sure his chest and arms have that comic book weight to them. In the Disney movie, he had more of a rounded look, but here I'm adding angular shading, sharper edges, all the cross-hatching that you guys know I love to do. Very, lot of veins, popping veins, to give him that tougher feel. Now his costume is another fun challenge. Disney's design was already inspired by Greek armor, but I'm adding little extra details to make it feel Marvel-worthy, like nicks and dings here and there. Think battle-worn textures, intricate straps, and added extra shadows to make the folds in his tunic pop. Now here's a fun fact. Did you know that Hercules wasn't originally going to have that superhero build in the Disney film? The animators tried a first like a leaner, youthful look, but they ended up bulking him up to the Greek demigod that we know today. And honestly, that fits right in with Marvel's super muscular heroes.
Ready to rumble! My favorite part of the game.
And now to my favorite part, the villain of this movie. You know, I wanted it to feel like those old Drew Struzan posters where you just had like the eyes overlooking everything. Now this character, he's a fast-talking, sarcastic, total scene stealer, but in Marvel comic style, I wanted to make him feel like an absolute menace, hovering over all everything, you know? Think of him like a mix between Loki, Mephisto, and Thanos. Someone who could crush his enemies, but would rather manipulate them first. You want bigger flames that encompass the entire piece there. You know, he's bigger, more chaotic. His expression, even though it's just the eyes, darker and sinister. So even though I just draw a little bit of him, I want him to have that perfect feel. Now here's a fun fact. James Woods, who did the voice, completely changed how the character was written. Originally, he was going to be slow and menacing, but Woods' fast-talking improvisation made him into the unforgettable character we know today. And here it is, the fully inked Marvel cover. And this was a lot of fun, strong poses here. Now, again, not the most complicated thing in the world, but at the same time, you want a cover to be dynamic. You want someone to pick it off the shelf. And hopefully this achieves that. But we're not done yet. Now let's bring this piece to color. I love this part, adding color with Copic markers. Now traditional coloring gives the illustrations a handcrafted, classic comic book feel, like the old days. You know, the old days, they didn't computer color everything. They actually painted, you know, the colors in. I'm not sure if they did it with watercolor or gouache, but you know, it was just solid color, okay? They didn't have computers back then. But also, you know, I'm using Copic colors, you know, switching from digital. You guys know that I do both. However, you know, first of all, I do it with Copics because it's a lot faster than doing it digitally for me. And, you know, it's one of those things where maybe if I colored more digitally, I'd be a lot more efficient with the colors, but I'm finding Copics, it is more efficient. I am getting better every day. Of course, the quality is not as good as if I did it in the digital version, but, you know, I did the best I could. And here it is, the final Marvel-style Hercules cover. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know in the comments, what other Disney characters should I reimagine in a Marvel style? I would love to know. Let me know in the comments down below. Here it is, the final Hercules cover coming right at you. If you enjoyed watching this, make sure you hit like and subscribe. Share this with all your friends for more epic artwork. Make sure you support me on jamesraysmedia.com, and thank you for hanging out with me. And remember, I can go the distance, and so can you. Thank you guys for watching. You guys are the best. My name is James Rays. I am the box office artist. I'm here to say keep drawing. I'll see you all next time. Take care. I will find my way. I can go the distance.